This year's season, it's such a mixture of dancers. Usually we have mainly South Africans, whereas now we have a lot of internationals all from all over, which has been amazing.
I think it's very interesting to be dancing with people who have very different backgrounds, and some of the dancers in the project have backgrounds that are more similar or more different than to my personal background. So it's really interesting to have that mix in terms of cultures, but also in terms of dance training. Like some of us are more from the ballet side, some really contemporary, and then some contemporary and a bit commercial, which those like backgrounds from what training you've had before influence how you work and how you work at see an artistic process. So it's been really interesting to have those things come together as well.
Anderson has a truly unique approach to choreography, focusing on co-creation, connection, and personal stories. Unlike any other dance season or show I've been part of, Anderson truly focused on creating a safe, creative space where every voice is heard and valued.
Anderson kind of keeps questioning you, like asking how you feel, how are you doing, and how do you feel about what we just did, and how do you feel about the when we did it? Would you change anything? It's a really good habit to keep yourself like questioning what you're doing and having an opinion on what you're doing. And I think it's a great habit that he's instilled in all of us. Now I'm a way more conscious dancer because of this, how he works.
We spent a lot of time playing with choreographic tasks in rehearsal, and something that I really liked about working with him, which has been different than working with other choreographers, is that in the beginning of the process, every day when we would come into rehearsal, he would have a new task for us to do, a new creative process for us to play with. And we never really knew what he was going to bring into the rehearsal that day. So I enjoyed that. It was kind of fun. Like we would just show up each day and we never really knew what was actually going to happen that day. And then, you know, we would always be surprised with the different task or game or challenge that Anderson would present to us to play with and create movement and stories from each day.
You know, normally how it works is like, you know, you'll go into a space and the choreographer will be there with their music and their idea, and even if there's a workshopping process, you are fitting yourself to their, you know, like choreography. Whereas this is more like workshopped to us.
All of the dancers were asked to record themselves telling a story of some sort, some kind of personal growth story that's happened in our lives. And then we also recorded other sounds, like sounds we hear around the city or in our daily life here. So it was fun to not only record those, knowing that they would become a part of the music at some point, but also to then discover in rehearsal which pieces of our stories and which sounds of our own voices ended up in the final composition of the music.
I've never experienced a choreographer who wanted to hear the dancers' voices in the music, because most of the time dancers' voices aren't heard in any capacity because we're dancers, we move. So it was very eye-opening and a very new experience to have my voice in the soundtrack. Very new, but also very cool. I'm very happy for it.
Someone once said to me this little phrase, they were like, you can't stick a hand in a pot of glue without something sticking. So it's like, you have an experience and you walk away like different. You're not just going on like a dance journey, you're going on like a self-growth journey as well.
It's a very group piece. Everyone's in it together. There's not one person that's running the piece. Everyone's very, very involved and working together, which I really love to see.
I do recommend doing a season with Anderson ACDC Dance Intersect here in Cape Town if you want to grow as a dancer and experience something unique.